What's up, guys? So, as you see in the title, I'm with US Express. I don't know what actually brought me to this company. Um, I do remember wanting to join them when I first started driving, and they had these big old posters up in the truck stops. Some of you guys might remember them, where the truck was this a huge recliner. It wasn't a truck. It was just a huge recliner attached to a trailer, and two guys laid back and relaxed. And I always thought it was a really cool poster. But all in all, now with my experience, I don't know what actually brought me into the company. Um, with that said, I don't regret coming here. It has been a great choice for me to make. The company, they got their ups and downs like everybody else. You know, the equipment, most of the equipment is really good. I do, you know, when I first started, I had a 2012. Yeah, 2012 Peterbilt 587. It was a single bunk truck, which I didn't really care for. Actually, overall, I really did not care for the truck one bit. I was actually pretty pissed off when I got into the truck. I wasn't aware that they had single bunks, you know, and my son had just turned 10 years old, and I kept promising that I was going to take him out on the road with me, and you know, I wanted to take him out all summer long, and it just sucked. So I started in the 1st of July, so there wasn't really, you know, I had all of July and all of August to try to get another truck so that I can get him out on the road with me. It just didn't happen. At the end of August, about a month ago now, I got a phone call to become a trainer. Now, I hadn't been with the company very long, but with my experience, I was eligible to be a trainer for the company, and I've wanted to jump back into training for a long time now. I was thinking about trying to do it with TMC, but you know, whether you're with a company that you appreciate and you enjoy, there's those times that you know it's not home. You know it's not where you're meant to be. You know it's just not for you. And I just kept not wanting to make those extra steps. That, you know, there's certain things I just didn't want to learn about the company. You know, I still learned a lot about the company. I still knew a lot about the company. I didn't feel I could represent as a good trainer for the company. I could have, you know, I taught a lot of guys that were out on the road that were fresh in the truck, and you know, they had decent trainers, or some of them had terrible trainers, or some of them had good trainers. You know, I just had different points of views to let them see a different way. But I just didn't feel that I could represent the company in a good way, because I didn't feel at home. I didn't feel good with that company. Here, I'm surprised. Like, I just fell right into the groove. Like a little kid, I want to soak up all the knowledge, all the different ways. Like I said, there's a few ups and downs about the company. You know, the trucks are pretty good, depending on whether you get one of them single bunks or not. But you know, where I went and signed up for the trainer class, I ended up, because I had a single bunk, I can't train in a single bunk. I needed a new truck, and they ended up giving me this brand new 2015 Freightliner Cascadia Evolution. Sorry, I'm getting loaded right now. The truck is awesome. one downfall I would say about it is automatic. And I knew this coming to this company about the automatic. I wasn't particularly excited about it, but at the same time I was to the point where I wouldn't mind trying it. I wouldn't mind using one for a while. And since I've gotten in the truck, so I'll finish up real quick since I'm loaded now. What was I talking about? The automatic. It's taken some getting used to. There's a few things that I don't like about it, but overall I really enjoy it. Now the thing I do not like to a certain point is the fact of training new students on an automatic. You know, they're not able to learn how to shift the truck, and it's gonna make it a little more harmful on them in the future. You know, if they end up getting thrown into a 10-speed, or they go to another company and end up into a 10-speed, 13-speed, whatever, they end up in a manual. It's going to make it more difficult for them to be able to move over to that. Now, first of all, if they went through a trucking school, I know most trucking schools teach manual. That is, I mean, there are a few exceptions that only teach automatic, get you in, get you out, get your license, and that's all they care about. Take your money. That's all they care about. But here's the thing: I will have access to other trucks. So before the student gets off my truck, my plans are to take them, grab another truck that's a manual that's available in the yard, and just run them up and down the yard, maybe run them up and down the road a couple times, let him get a feel for the shift, make sure he understands the shift, make sure he knows how to do the shift. And once you learn it, for the most part, you'll always bounce out, come into it a little rough. Even if you've been driving for years and you get back into it after taking 5 years off, a year off, 6 months off, you come back into it, you're still a little rusty. And I want to be able to put them in the truck and get them to have that understanding. What else? But otherwise, I enjoy the automatic. I still miss my manual, but I'm enjoying the automatic. But I'll get more into that into another video. I'm going to get more into the company in another video. But the quick overview, the company's been treating me great. I've never had a company back me up with so many pre-plans at once. Just the other day, the beginning of the week, I had 3 pre-plans right in a row. I knew what I was doing until this load now, and I found this out last night before I just dropped it about an hour ago. I mean, it's just been boom, 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 boom. I haven't stopped. Other than that, as far as the equipment, the trucks, except for my first truck, the trucks are pretty good equipment. I don't really have any complaints. I have one complaint about the trucks. That would be their service policy. It's every 50,000 miles or something like that. I really think they should be getting serviced more than that. But I don't own the truck. It's not my truck. It's theirs. So that's my beliefs, and I have no place. The trailers, however, I wish we had newer trailers. Our newest yeared trailer is I think it's 2008. They're maintained for the most part as long as drivers are turning them in, but they're still old trailers. You got to very carefully look them over, make sure there's nothing wrong with them at all. But that's about that. The other thing I don't like here is their computer system. We are not on Qualcomm, we are on Driver Tech. You can probably pull up a couple of videos on YouTube. I will do a quick video about it. Um, but I don't like it. It's it's behind its time. When it came out, I'm sure it was awesome. Now it's behind its time. It's, in my opinion, I would say 10 years behind Qualcomm. And Qualcomm's come up big time in the last 7 years that I've been driving. But it's just, it's an old program. It needs to be completely refitted, or however you would put that. I'm not a computer guy. I just know I don't like the system. It might be that, I'm used to the Qualcomm, and in comparisons, I would rather the Qualcomm over the Driver Tech, but I just don't like it. Had I had it first before Qualcomm, I couldn't really say. But I have a feeling I still would have been voting for Qualcomm. Anyway, with that said, I am loaded. I gotta punch in my information and I gotta get rolling. Heading over to Hagerstown, Maryland right now. By the time you guys watch this, it'll be tomorrow, which is Friday, the 19th. I'll already be there delivered and everything else, because I gotta put this on the computer, put it back on my phone, upload it. It's just a pain in the butt the way I do it, but it's the cheapest way for me to do it. Anyway, guys, we'll see you later. Be safe. Take care.